Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's the Hebrew Life again. I'm Jerusalem, and I'm back with another talk. Not even a lesson. Talk. I want to talk about Chicago, the violence in Chicago being prophesied in the scriptures. It's a very emotional video. I had to get my spirit in check. I had to get my emotions in check to do this video. Because what's going on in Chicago is a very sad thing. You got brothers being killed, sisters being killed, children being killed at an alarming rate. More people have died in Chicago than people have died in Iraq and Afghanistan put together in those two wars. Are you telling me it's safer in Afghanistan or Iraq than it is in Chicago, than it is on my own supposed land of America? This is a big problem. The main problem is people don't understand this is a Bible prophecy. This is prophesied in the scriptures. What's going on? I'm going to prove it up today. First thing people need to understand about Chicago is it's a lot of fatherless homes in Chicago. You have a rap music influences the violence in Chicago. Chicago has shut down, I believe, the most schools in the United States of America. There's no after-school program for the children. There is no, the Rams have been torn down at the parks. During the candidacy of Obama, he didn't say once that we need to send the military in. It's a shame that Donald Trump has to be president before he even considered sending in military help. But the sad part is military help wouldn't save Chicago. There's a lot of blood spilled in Chicago. And this is trickled around the whole United States. I'm from the Chicago area. I'm from the outskirts of Chicago. I'm from Kankakee. I know firsthand how the violence can be, how the atmosphere could be. I'm in the small Chicago myself, 30 minutes away. It's just no guidance. You take the fathers out the home and you kill a household. All of this gang violence, you got guns everywhere. Guns is, you can get a gun quicker than you can get an ID card. You get a gun quicker than you can get a bag of chips or some candy. There should not be these many guns circulating. They want to make this a gun thing. Where's the guns coming from? None of these young men have gun cards. There's rumors that crates of guns, trainloads of guns have been dropped off in the neighborhoods of Chicago, mainly populated by African Americans and other minorities, Latinos, and all kind of other minorities is where in these neighborhoods where this violence is at. We're going to go to Isaiah 3:11 to start this off. To prove to you that this, Isaiah 3:11, to prove that this violence that's going on in Chicago that hurts me dearly to my heart. It hurts so bad. But I thank the Most High that he's raised me in such a tough condition so I can understand firsthand who the devil is and who Hashatan is, and firsthand that we are cursed as a people. There's no other solution to what's going on besides there has to be something between us and the Most High, because nobody has the answers. Let's go to Isaiah 3:11. And I'm going to read I'm going to start at verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, which lead thee to cause thee error, and destroy the way of thy path. As you see in Isaiah 3, it says that children should be your oppressors. That's what you have going on in Chicago. You have children running around shooting, doing all these killings. You have children oppressing the adults. Women rule over the men these days. These are prophecies of the last days. These are prophecies of what's going on in Chicago. You have children doing most of these shootings. Children. It's ridiculous. We're going to go to Deuteronomy 28 because a lot of this violence is prophesied in Deuteronomy 28. A lot of what we're going through is prophesied in Deuteronomy 28, the chapter of Deuteronomy 28. And we're going to start at verse 16. We're going to start at verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Are we not cursed in the city? Mainly, the most of these killings, that if you look up the people who getting killed and murdered, they're so-called African American. They're Hebrew Israelites. This is part of our curse. Cursed in the city. We're going to keep reading. We're going to go to Deuteronomy 54, 28 and 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. That's what you have going on. You have the brothers doing these killings, tender brothers who would never think to raise their hand and hurt somebody. They are cursed with madness. They have been smited with madness, and this is part of our curses that we're going through amongst Israel. A man whose eye is tender should become evil. This is what's going on. You have people who grew up together killing each other about raps, about women. You got brothers up there shooting each other about streets that's not even theirs, blocks that's not even theirs, all for the love of money, all for the love of fame. You're taking another brother's life. You're taking a brother's life. Most of the time, innocent people, innocent bystanders are the one getting shot in these situations, not the target. This is ridiculous. Let's go to Deuteronomy 41, so we could get further inside these curses. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. That's all you see within the city of Chicago and all through Illinois, mainly in Crook County. Brothers going to jail, in and out of jail, don't know how to live on the streets, don't know how to be a man because most of their adolescence and most of their life has been inside the four walls. 3 hots in the cot, that's all they know. So when they get out here on these streets, it's a new world to them. They don't know how to handle the responsibility of being a man. They'll rather go back inside and get their 3 hots in the cot because it's too much responsibility out here in these invisible bars. So they're ready to go back in those physical bars. Let's go to Deuteronomy 45. We're going to keep reading. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he command thee. This is why we're being shot. This is why black people are dying in Chicago at an alarming rate. It's not because of guns. It's not because of the system. It's because of what we did to the Most High and the curses we're going through. Fact. This has been happening since 2001. Violence in Chicago isn't new. We already know who started the underworld in Chicago. Al Capone and all of the gangsters back in the day. Gentile gangsters, Italian gangsters, whatever you want to call them. They started this underworld. Illinois has been a crooked state. We don't even have to talk about that. Now, this gang life that's going on in Chicago is prophesied in the Bible. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 6. We're going to unlock this. Proverbs chapter 6. We're going to start at verse 9. Because this gang life is prophesied. There ain't nothing getting past the Most High. Ain't nothing new under the sun. He is the Most High. He prophesied. He know what was in store for his people if we wouldn't follow his commandments. And there's nothing. We're being destroyed, as he said in Deuteronomy. Being destroyed as a people. destroyed as people. So many people hurt. So many people just left out just because of this violence. Many children are fatherless, motherless, brotherless, sisterless because of this violence. Because we refuse to wake up and acknowledge our curses. The government's not going to save us from this. All they're going to do is come in with the military and try to tighten up. But they can't stop this because you have brothers' blood spilt over this. Let's go to Proverbs 6. Proverbs 6. I'm going to start at verse 9. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep, so shall thy poverty come as one in travail. Thou wantest as an armed man, a naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with forward mouth. He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teacheth with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He sowed discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, and suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. That's what's going on in Chicago. Brothers being broke without remedy. Broke without remedy. They have frowardness in their heart. They speaking with their fingers. I was a part of this. I was a part of the gangster disciples, but I chose to be Yeshua's disciple. I can't be a disciple of a gangster. Who is a gangster? Let's be here. Let's be serious. I got friends who vice lords, moles, all kind of walks of life. But I let that gang life go to serve the Hamashiach. I can't continue to support the killing of our people. I can't continue to support the misleading of our people. It's not in my heart to accept that. Before we leave off, I'm going to go to John chapter 4. John chapter 4, verse 20. John chapter 4, verse 20. 1 John. We go to 1 John. Because the scriptures talk about, we're all brothers. There's no reason we're supposed to be killing each other. We're all brothers and sisters. Ox in the cause. Blood is being spilled. We're a brother. We're killing each other. If you knew that was your brother you was shooting with that gun, that you was plotting on to kill, you wouldn't do it. You would think twice if you said, well, you know, this is my brother. What am I doing? Why am I wanting to kill my brother? Something we could sit down and talk about as men or as women. It's just ridiculous. There's no way we're supposed to be killing each other out here in these streets. No way. And I'm fed up. I'm from the area. I could speak firsthand on what's going on. Nobody can tell me what's going on because I'm living it. I'm living through it. And it can be changed around. We don't have to go through this. We don't have to continue the process of destroying ourselves. That's what we don't have to do. We're going to go to 1 John. And we're going to go to chapter 4. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he loveth not his brother whom he hath seen. How can he love God whom he hath not seen? If you hate your brother, you don't love God. You call these people your brother. When you see these people, and you call them your brother and your sister, and you want to kill them, that's the spirit of Cain right there. He killed his brother. He slew his brother. That's the spirit of Esau. That's not the spirit of the Hamashiach, the one to kill your brother. That's an evil spirit. Until we wake up in Chicago and all over the United States and all over the four corners of the earth and realize we are our own worst enemy. Our enemy is going to come from our own household. This is what the Most High saying when he say, love thy neighbor, turn thy face. Because we're supposed to love our brothers and sisters. It's not a lot of us. It's only a remnant. We can't kill each other off. We're almost extinct. Let's get it together. I'm Beis Jerusalem. This is the Hebrew Life. Shalom, brothers and sisters.